All right, so chapter 6 is the adaptations to aerobic endurance training programs. There are some acute responses to aerobic exercise. You have cardiovascular responses, which is primarily to deliver oxygen and other nutrients to the working muscle, as well as remove waste products. Key terms like cardiac output is the amount of blood pumped by the heart in liters per minute. Output is determined by stroke volume times heart rate. The heart rate increases linearly with increased intensity during aerobic exercise. Going into oxygen uptake, basically the oxygen demand of working muscles increases and is directly related to the mass of exercise muscles, metabolic efficiency, and exercise intensity. And with blood pressure, there are two kinds, systolic and diastolic. Systolic estimates the pressure exerted against the atrial walls as blood is forcefully ejected during ventricular contraction. Diastolic is the same thing, except it's just estimated when there is no blood being forcefully ejected. The respiratory response with aerobic exercise is increased. The minute ventilation happens as a result of increase in the depth of breathing and the amount of breaths happening, the frequency. Diffusion would be the gas response during this exercise as the movement of oxygen and carbon across the cell membrane happens. So the blood transport of gases and metabolic byproduct. So the blood transport of gases and metabolic byproduct means that the oxygen in the blood is carried. The oxygen is carried in the blood, either dissolved in the plasma or it was combined with hemoglobin. Another important byproduct of exercise is lactic acid. This removal includes the Cori cycle, in which the muscle-derived lactate is transported via the blood to the liver, where it undergoes glucogenesis. Dealing with the cardiovascular adaptations, one of the primary ways to increase maximal oxygen is the uptake in the enhancement of cardiac output. That is important for optimal performance. The respiratory adaptations would be increased in tidal volume and breathing frequency with maximal